Hello, amazing human beings. How is everyone doing today? We hope that you're having an awesome weekend. Whew. And you guys are not melting from this heat. Our air conditioner has gone out. We are 100% melting from this heat. So, yeah, that'll be another one for our falling apart house. But anyway, first of all, thank you everybody for bearing with us last week. While I had to trek through the 10th level of cellular phone hell, after doing everything I could think of to salvage my poor phone, it alas was not going to be. So we are now filming on my new phone. So if nothing else, I have twice the storage, so that should, at least make me able to film for a brief moment. And we shouldn't have to split this one up. So woohoo! Everybody, thank you for your questions last week. We did get to them, although it was a little chopped up, so apologize for the choppiness, but we are very thankful to you for providing us some WIP N Chat fodder. And so this week we do have the ones that you guys left us from last week. So we are going to get started on that. Couple of things. So the September event is gaining on us, you guys. My goodness, tomorrow's July 1st, so that's a little scary. So we are going to start talking more about it with you guys and trying to get the ideas and plans down in stone so that we can, get it together and not come across as, out of control or crazy. So there'll be more of that. I do have some videos planned for you this week. I have actually what's probably going to end up being 3 Temu orders to show you, Temu hauls. I will probably put them up as 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, because I have all of them now, but guys, there are 22 canvases and 2 off-canvas projects. And I love you guys way too much to make you sit through 24 unboxings. So, probably going to do 8 at a time. So, that will be 3 videos. Normally, I don't chop it up like that, but this is just, that's asking too much of you guys, period. So, we're going to break that up. We're going to have some finishes to show you. We are going to have a July event with along with Diamond Painting with Friends. I'll be showing you my canvas. And Neil had a completion, so we're going to be showing that too in the days to come. So yeah, we do have stuff planned for you guys. So let us know in the comments how you guys are doing. Want to hear all the stuff, good, bad, indifferent. Go ahead, just lay it out there. This is our time to hang together, you guys and us, and we want to know how you're doing just like how we're doing. So right now how we're doing is we're sweating real bad. Anyway, so that's what's going to be happening for this week as far as we know, unless something else goes on, in which case we will keep you posted. So you might as well say hello if you're still here.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Yeah, so we hope that you guys are having a banner weekend and that you all did something nice for yourself. What did you do that was nice for yourself? Did you get some Starbucks? Did you go for a walk? Did you binge watch some Netflix? What did you do that was just for you guys? We did not kill our dogs, as you can hear. Not that the thought didn't cross our mind, but anyway. So, what else? Anything you want to say in opening remarks, Neil? It makes you sound like a lawyer, doesn't it?
just that, about the air conditioner, it just quit working. I went and looked at our circuit breakers. They were all on. I went and looked at the compressor outside and couldn't see anything wrong with that. I'm hoping it's just a solenoid or something. But I called our AC guy and of course got voicemail because it's Sunday. And so I'm gonna have to follow up with him tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to, he already told us 2 repairers before this that it can no longer be repaired, so I suspect he'll be coming out and telling us we're going to have to replace it. Don't even ask me. But I'm going to pay for it, whatever it is, because if you think I'm going to sit in this sweltering heat for the no, this summer is not taking me out. I got news for you. So that is going to be a thing. But you know, we really wanted to get the roof done, which, I don't know, Neil can give you an update on whether or not he's found any place even remotely able to do that on our behalf. And then get the plumbing repiped, because we're on borrowed time with that, and we were 2 years ago. So, you know, that was all going to be first before replacing the air conditioner. Well, guess what? Yeah, not anymore. So anyway, the irony of that is, of those 3 items, we might have enough, maybe, to actually replace the air conditioner, because we sure don't have enough to do the other 2. So, anyway, go ahead, Neil, give an update. How are we doing on the search for refinancing help to get our roof done?
I've talked to a couple of places and they said that they might be able to help if I can bring my credit score up. So.
By a little bit.
Yeah.
So, working on that at the same time as we're still looking to see if there's any place else. But we have looked everywhere there is to ask here locally. And so now we're having to look at, you know, possibilities that are not local. And before you ask, yes, we went to every place. We went to banks. We went to the local military base. We went to
credit unions.
We have checked them all. So I'm trying really hard not to have to go to the media, but that's going to be our last resort here real soon, because you guys could see how much our ceiling is bowing in the kitchen. You would run in terror. So all that's going on too. And it's 91 degrees outside, and it's at least 88 in here, if not more. And I don't do heat well, so yeah, it's not pretty. Okay, so that's the latest update on us. Oh, and the other thing is, there's a possibility that Griffin has kennel cough, and so we're not happy about that. I'm more unhappy about the fact that he doesn't go anywhere and he's not around any other dogs except his sisters. So that means somebody brought it into him, which also doesn't make me happy. There are a couple people though where it'd be really obvious that it was them. I mean, well, and Jared works, he volunteers at the Humane Society, so it easily could have been there. One of his staff people has 6 dogs of her own who are outdoor dogs. So suffice it to say, it literally could have been any of them, and it doesn't matter because I've got to try to get him in on an emergency basis tomorrow and see if I can get some medication for him and probably for his sisters, because kennel cough is extremely contagious. And so the likelihood is, if that is what it turns out that he has, that his sisters are going to get it. So yeah, that has been our week. And that was after the phone thing. You guys don't even know. So what else is new and exciting with you guys? We are going to go ahead and get to your questions. You guys ask great questions, by the way. I am very impressed with what you guys come up with to ask. So, wow, kudos on you guys. Really good questions. I think there'll be enough. If not, we'll probably just float into trivia that we have to make up on the spot. So, yeah, there you go. And don't forget, leave us some for next week too, okay? And also, just a quick PSA announcement. You know, summer's here, you guys, and most of the country is scorching of one type or another. Please remember not to take your kids and your animals with you in your vehicles. Please. Just leave them at home, leave them with the sitter, whatever you have to do. Please don't take them. It's horrible. You have no idea how hot your car gets. Please, please, please don't do that. Okay. So we are going to get started here. And I will be responding to last week's comments. I just haven't had a chance, guys, but I will. I am going to do that. So don't think I forgot about you. I know you're there. Okay. So we're going to start up here with Master of Jedi. Hey, Jedi Master, how is the weather in your part of the world right now? She says, hey, Wendy and Neil, thank you for answering my questions. Oh, you are most welcome. Thanks for asking them. And what a wonderful bunch of questions your subs asked. Boy, they sure do, don't they? It's kind of amazing. I always brag on you guys. I always say I have the best subs, and everybody thinks that they do, but I actually do. So there. I hope you don't have to buy another phone. The price these days are extortionate. Boy, they sure are. Oh my God, they are. But yes, I had to. So there we go. I'm pretty sure I'll be paying my firstborn one of these times. I think savanna monitors are great reptiles, or Chinese water dragons too. I do too. I think those are great reptiles, Jedi Master. Let's see. Okay, if you could invite 3 people for your dinner party, who would you invite? And another question, if you could go back in time, if so, well, let's say if so, would you, and what era? Hugs to all. Well, hugs back at you, girl. Thank you for asking the question. Neil, why don't you start with 3 people to your dinner party, and let's make it 3 people living. Let's make it interesting.
Oh, 3 people living.
Yep.
Wow.
Because, yeah, we did tag questions and we had to answer any, and we used a lot of dead people, but I want to use living, breathing people.
Well, I would invite one of Jared's workers, Crystal, because she has a lot going on. She's very interesting. She's got 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl, all under 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 of them under 5.
Yeah. She really has a lot on her plate, and she is a master at juggling it. But
She really is.
it makes her late.
Yes, she will not be winning any prizes for punctuality, but, you know, we give her a break because the fact that she shows up at all, I think, is impressive. I mean, she really has a lot going on. And she has family in Mexico, and she has family up here, and so she drives internationally most months. She goes at least once a month, so she has a great-grandmother who's 94 that's, you know, getting to the end of her time here, and so she's trying to see her as much as she can, but that's a crazy amount of driving with little kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead, honey.
And maybe Jimmy Kimmel, because he's a riot. And who's the third person? I don't know. I think I'd like to pick Chuck Schumer's brain. Okay, so there's my 3.
Okay. Ooh, that's a hard question. Okay, I think I would like to invite Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor, because hilarious, absolutely hilarious, and so smart. Oh, would love to just talk to her for hours on end. Whoopi Goldberg, also crazy intelligent and had a very interesting life so far. And then, let's see. Gosh, there are really a lot that I would like to invite. Hard part's keeping it to 3.
I think the hard part is choosing the ones that are alive.
I think it would have to be it's really hard. Gosh, there's just so many. I guess I would have to say Dolly Parton, because I would love to talk to her too. She's had a very interesting life as well, and is a good person just all the way through to her core, and I want to know how that happened and how she maintains it. So those would be my 3. Okay, Neil, if you could go back in time, what era would you go to?
Wow. I don't know, maybe the 1870s, 1880s. It was a very interesting time in our country. A lot that should have been done different, really.
Okay. I think I would like to have seen the Victorian era. If I could have been a dude. You know, I would like to have, I liked the dresses, they were beautiful, but I wouldn't like to have had to wear them and all those oppressive undergarments that went along with them. No, that would not have been something I wanted to do. But I think it would have been a nice time to see and to visit and to see what was happening, what life was like, and chivalry was a big thing, and you know, all of that I think would have been interesting. Outside of that, I kind of like this era, although as disgusted as I am with what's happening to the country, and I am fully disgusted, it's a good time to be around in terms of medical science, technology, capabilities, being able to find information quickly at any time of the day or night. All of those I think are wonderful things. And, you know, just from the medical sciences standpoint, I mean, I personally have two conditions. Well, I have more than two, but I have two conditions that if I had been born 100 years earlier, I would have already been dead. So, yeah, I owe my continuing life to breakthroughs that we have had. So, yeah, I think that's the thing. I loved the movie The Time Machine because I think that was kind of cool. I love it how he's staring at one mannequin in a store window and he sees, you know, all the different fashions for every era and how much they changed. I mean, how cool would that be just to see life changing at that rate would have just been so incredible. So, yes, thank you very much, Jedi Master, for the question. That was pretty awesome. Sugar Ray Crafts. Ray, I'm going to take yours last because you have multiple questions that are very good and I want to get to all of them. So I'm going to come back to you. So, Denise Hudson, 4723. Hey, Denise. She says, wow, that was hard to get through. Oh, I can't imagine how you two felt. It was, and I'm sorry, Denise. And I know it might have been out of order in a couple of segments. I'm really sorry that you had to endure that. I hope we will never have to do that again. Thanks for the chat. Always fun to watch. Thanks for answering the question. You're most welcome. And Wendy, I'm the same as you when it comes to firearms. Neil, I can appreciate that you like it concerning you were in the military. The wolf is coming along great. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. What is your favorite food, Neil?
Well, it's difficult because I like so much.
If you could only eat one for the entire rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, my go-to is always potato salad.
You and your potato salad. So that's what you're going to eat for the rest of your life. That's your fave, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my favorite food of all time is potatoes in any way, shape, or form. Baked, mashed, French fried, chipped. There's no way you can make a bad potato anything in my book. So that's probably my favorite food. But if I could only eat one food for the rest of my life, ooh, ice cream. Ice cream in every flavor possible. So yeah, that's what that's about. Thank you for asking, Denise. Appreciate that. Okay. All right, Ray, your turn. I love Maneater. Yeah, Hall & Oates, girl. I'm telling you. Nice WIP N Chat. Thank you. That was a total fib, but I appreciate it. Okay. She did say there's a part here that says, you know, don't feel you have to read the next part, but I'm going to because you're not alone, Ray, in how you think about this. And I think you're very eloquent in how you said it, so I'm going to say it, then we'll go through the questions. She says, don't feel you have to read this next part. I can stop asking so many questions if wanted. No, keep asking. They're very good questions. Please pass on to Neil. Sorry, guys, it's too hot. Please pass on to Neil. I appreciate and feel relief with his stance on guns. Like you, Wendy, I don't feel comfortable with guns, and I do not believe automatic rifles belong anywhere but with the military. I gotta tell you, I'm with you on that one. I wish any person who wanted a gun had to go through special training. I wish common sense gun control was something that everyone who is good and decent would want. I wish everyone was willing to sacrifice a little bit so that there wasn't a mass shooting somewhere in this country every single day. I wish people would acknowledge that over 60% of deaths of children in this country is from firearms. If there's anyone I would want to have a gun, it would be someone like Neil. So,
Thanks.
Thank you, Ray. That was really eloquently put. Yeah, it's staggering how horrible that situation is, and you can't explain it to anyone from any other country. It's a wholly USA thing, and it's just awful. Okay, so let's go to your questions. Okay, Neil, first song you remember learning that wasn't a nursery rhyme. Hers was Love Potion number 9.
Yeah, that was a good song.
It was.
I was in junior high when that came out. Probably "Oh Christmas Tree."
Okay. Is there one that wasn't Christmas related that you remember learning?
Not offhand. Not earlier.
How old do you think you were when you learned "Oh Christmas Tree"?
4 or 5.
Okay. Yeah. I remember learning "Up on the Housetop Reindeer Paws" when I was in kindergarten. So that would have made me 5. And then I think probably the one I learned that wasn't a Christmas song, and I was probably 7 or 8, and I played it over and over and over and over and over again because I wanted to learn the words. Was "Blowing in the Wind" by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Okay, Neil, your favorite flower or plant?
Flower would be roses. Plant, probably tomatoes.
Okay. You haven't planted tomatoes in such a long time.
No, I
used
haven't.
Used to really like it when you did because they were so good.
Just can't get out there and do it anymore.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Now we have to pay exorbitant prices for them. Okay. My favorite flower. You better know my favorite flowers, Neil. What are they?
Daisies.
No, I can't stand daisies.
Carnations.
And? That's really sad. Red roses and white carnations, especially in the same bouquet. Those are my favorite. And I can just sit and hold them and smell them for days because I love them. They are absolutely my favorites. And have been my favorites for a very long time. So, my favorite plant, well, okay. My favorite plant, I like Venus flytraps. I think they're cool. I think they're fascinating, and I think they're really interesting if you find out more about them. Like, there's only a mile-wide section that they actually grow in the U.S., which is just a little mile section in North Carolina. So that's kind of cool. And the fact that it's a carnivorous plant, which we don't have many of. So I think it's just fascinating. And I have a brown thumb when it comes to gardening, anything. Like yeah, things die. I'm not kidding you guys. I could kill an air fern or a cactus. It's really bad. So I try to stay away from plants as much as possible so that they don't die. But I also like a good ficus. I think they look pretty when they're really healthy and doing well. They look really sad when they're not, but when they're doing great, they're kind of awesome. So there you go. Oh, Neil, favorite dessert?
Well, wow. Well, 2 things come to mind. Banana split and donuts.
Okay. Ice cream of any type or variety, and cheesecake. I love a good cheesecake.
Oh yeah,
the
cheesecake is great.
the real heavy kind, you know, New York style. With or without topping, I'm okay either way. Love a good cheesecake. Stay away from those no-bake ones, though. Ugh, no, not the same at all. Okay. If you could live in any other country, what would it be?
Well, I was going to say Canada at first because it's close,
Yeah.
but probably Japan.
Why Japan?
Because the Oriental culture fascinates me.
What about it is fascinating to you?
Just all their traditions and, you know, their history goes back thousands of years, and just fascinates me.
Well, okay. Well, so now remember the question is if you could live there, so you're going to move to Japan?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Okay.
Have to learn Japanese.
Yes, you would. You definitely would.
What's the name of that language program they advertise?
Well, there's a couple of them. Rosetta Stone or Babbel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would very much like to visit Australia. I think if I was going to go live somewhere, it'd probably either be Canada or England. I like to be where I can speak the language at least partially. Keeps me from being arrested, you know. So those would probably be the ones. I think, though, that New Zealand is beautiful. I would love to go there. I hear Finland is really pretty. I would like to go to Scandinavian countries, too. I think Norway would be cool. I think, well, the Netherlands would be really awesome, too. So, okay. Dang it. I'm dipping my arm into my drills again. Let's see. If you could have any ability or power, what would it be?
I don't know, maybe bionic arms and legs.
Yeah. So you could do what, run?
Oh, not necessarily run, but I'd be able to work my tail off again.
Why would you want to go to work again? Good God. You worked your whole life to get away from it, Jesus.
Well, that's true, but, you know, trying to do work around here gets, I don't have the ability to do it the way I'd like to do it or used to be able to do it.
Yeah, I hear that. Neither one of us do, which is a problem. Yep. And it's hard when you get older and you have to rely on the kindness of strangers, because let me tell you what, there aren't that many kind ones out there now. So it's challenging at best. Okay, I would like to be able to fly. I want to sprout big old angel wings and take off. That would be so much fun. So yeah, I want to fly. Where or what would be your ideal vacation?
First thing that came to mind was island hopping in the Caribbean.
Ooh, that would be nice. Sounds warm though.
Yeah.
Okay. My ideal vacation. I've had one so rarely, it's kind of hard. I think I would really like to take an Alaskan cruise and be physically able to do it without having my scooter. That would be really fun. Nice and cool, beautiful wilderness. I could get into that. That would be really cool. So outside of that, if I could stay climate controlled, I'd really like to go to Egypt. I'd like to see all the culture there too. I think it'd be really cool. And the
I'm gonna cook
pyramids.
there.
Well, like I said, if I could stay climate controlled, then that's where I'd like to go, because I think that'd be the coolest thing ever. To see all the, talk about an enduring civilization. Wow. I think it'd be neat. See all the pyramids and Valley of the Kings, and yeah, just would be cool. That's the last question. So we're 20
Really?
minutes in and we are question free. So I guess now you guys will be sorry you didn't ask more questions. Thank you for those questions, Ray. Keep asking them, please. And I'm glad you shared your opinion, because I could not agree with you more. I don't understand why, when we have technology, it's not like we haven't invented it. We have technology now where you can purchase your firearm and it programs your handprint and it will only fire in your hands. Why that's a bad thing, I can't figure it out. I really cannot figure it out. That should really be a no-brainer, and I'm mystified and disgusted and angry that that's not a thing. But yep, but I'm right there with you, Ray. So thank you for the questions. Appreciate that. Okay, Neil, I guess you can start trivia.
Well, going back to the firearm thing, I haven't heard anything about what you mentioned specifically, but I have read where there are model of Glock pistol that has some kind of feature that makes it difficult for the person that's not the owner to fire the weapon. And I don't know what that is, but it could be something like you have talked about.
Okay, you know what? Making it difficult to fire the weapon that you don't own, to me, is not a good excuse to continue to let them be circulating and killing children. That's just not an equivalence. So, yeah, I don't see the problem. We have the technology. It's been around forever. Obama tried real hard to get it to pass, but the NRA will have none of it. So I don't know what that's about. I'm not surprised, but I remain disgusted. Yep, go for the trivia.
Hmm. Richard Boone played in a Western in the late 50s, early 60s. The show was called Have Gun Will Travel.
Mm-hmm.
What was the character's name?
Paladin.
Yep.
I wasn't even born yet and I knew that one. Okay. In the sitcom Bewitched, what was the first name of Samantha's mother?
Oh, God. Started with an E, I think.
It did.
I don't remember.
Endora.
Uh-huh. I just remember Elizabeth Montgomery saying, "Mother?"
Uh-huh. Yep. Your turn.
Who was Buffy's closest friend?
Willow.
Yep.
In the show Big Valley, what was the name of the matriarch of the family played by Barbara Stanwyck?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I didn't really watch that hardly at all.
Oh my God, how could you not watch that now? Everybody watched it.
I was a Bonanza fan.
Ah. Okay, well, anyway, it was Victoria Barkley.
Okay.
Your turn.
Mm-hmm. That's our medicine.
I know.
Okay.
Move along.
Dan Blocker played Hoss Cartwright on Bonanza, and he died young. What did he die of?
A heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very sad.
And it was sudden.
Yeah. Okay. Since you watched Bonanza, we'll go there. Who's the actor that played Ben Cartwright, father, patriarch of the family?
Are you saying who played Ben Cartwright?
Yes.
Okay. That was Lorne Green.
Yes. Bonus points if you can name another series he was in.
Didn't he play a fire chief on some show? Or am I not remembering correctly?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
You guys let us know if Lorne Green played a fire chief in any kind of a series. I know for sure he played Captain Adama in Battlestar Galactica. The original series, which I liked. You know, big sci-fi buff here. Your turn.
In Star Trek,
Which one?
the series and the
Motion pictures.
first movies,
Okay.
why was Dr. Leonard McCoy always irritated with Spock?
Because he didn't have any emotions.
Yeah. I also think he felt that he was just a damn know-it-all.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Let's see. In the movie Smokey and the Bandit,
Uh-huh.
who played the bandit?
Burt Reynolds, of course.
Yep, he sure did.
Who played the sheriff?
I don't remember.
Jackie Gleason.
Right, that's right. Let's see. Who was Burt Reynolds' co-star in Smokey and the Bandit?
Well, Jerry Reed was the male co-star,
I want the female co-star.
and God, what is her name? I can see her plain as day. The Flying Nun Girl.
That's the one.
I can't remember her name.
Sally Field.
Yeah, that's it.
Like me, you really like me. Never forget that Oscar speech. Wow. Ooh. You're up. Are you asking a question?
I am.
Okay.
On what show last season did Loretta Lynn's granddaughter audition?
Oh, American Idol.
Yeah.
She did a nice job too. In the original Star Trek, what race was Mr. Spock and what color was his blood?
He was a Vulcan, and if I remember right, his blood was green.
Yes, it was. Do you remember why?
No.
Because it was copper-based,
Uh-huh.
unlike ours.
I remember Dr. McCoy saying that his organs weren't in the same places as ours.
Yes, that's true too. Well, his mostly were. Klingons were not. They were in a different location.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to hum the Jeopardy tune for you?
No. In the episode of Star Trek called The Trouble with Tribbles,
Uh-huh.
the guy that brought the Tribbles onto the Enterprise, or I guess it was a space station.
Mm-hmm.
What was his punishment at the end?
Oh, they put him on a shuttlecraft and all the Tribbles too?
No,
Oh, I don't know.
they said he had to collect all of the Tribbles on the space station until there were none.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and then with as often as they reproduced, they asked Spock how long it would take, and he said approximately 9 years.
Yeah,
That was funny.
and they teleported a ton of Tribbles onto the Klingon ship.
Yep, that I liked that part. That was hilarious. Okay. Let's see. In the musical The West Side Story, the original musical,
Uh-huh.
what role did Natalie Wood play?
She played Maria.
Yes.
How did Natalie Wood reportedly pass away?
She drowned.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad. Off her yacht.
Yeah. In Catalina.
Yep.
Very suspicious death.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how much Robert Wagner had to have paid Christopher Walken to keep his mouth shut all these years. Must have been a lot. Your turn. Or no, you asked me that. It's my turn.
Yeah.
I was trying to make you take an extra turn. Hmm. What was the name of the show that had a cruise ship run by Captain Merrill Stubing?
The Love Boat, of course.
That was the one.
Apparently the ship that sparked that series There's an ocean liner that was made in the late 50s and is apparently in very poor condition. I think I read in the Sacramento River somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn for sure now.
How many terms did Jerry Brown serve as governor of California?
I have no idea. That was way before I was interested in anything political.
I think it was 3.
Probably.
And they weren't consecutive.
They sure weren't. He did not live in the governor's mansion or in the Capitol. Where did he live while he was serving?
I don't know.
He had a house in Oakland because he felt like he should be where the people are and that he should not charge California taxpayers to live in the governor's mansion.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Try finding that in a politician now. Pff, good luck. Yep. And the $6 Million Man, the series. Why did he need bionic parts?
Because he was in a horrible accident. I want to say an auto accident.
He was
No.
landing when he came, coming in off of a space flight.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember. But yeah, he was tore up.
Yep.
Because at the beginning, they would say, "We have the parts. We can rebuild him."
We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. Who narrated that? Which character?
I don't know.
Oscar, the boss, his boss.
Okay.
Who worked for the OSI?
I don't know.
All of them. That was the company that Oscar worked for, and then they had to work for them too because, you know, he owed $6 million for his parts. So, you know, it was a thing. Okay, your turn.
What is one of the characters that Red Skeleton was known for?
Red
There's-
Skelton?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
He played a hobo character.
Okay.
I can't remember what the character's name was.
Well, you can't ask me a question if you don't know the answer.
I knew the answer, that he was a hobo.
Oh, God.
Oh, his name was Freddie the Freeloader.
Okay. What kind of a character was Foster Brooks always known to be?
A drunk.
Yeah,
He was hilarious.
couldn't stand him. But anyway. Your turn.
On Jackie Gleason's show, towards the end of the show, they'd have a skit where Jackie Gleason played a bartender, and they'd bring a guy out after a little bit who portrayed himself to be a drunk, but he was actually a great performer. What did he do?
No idea.
He sang.
Okay. You know what I know about that show? The Honeymooners. That's all I know.
Oh,
To the moon, Alice.
yeah. Well, that was a totally different show.
Yeah. You shouldn't get to ask me questions about things that happened before I was born. 'Cause how am I supposed to know them?
The Jackie Gleason show was a variety show
Take your word for it.
that came out after the Honeymooners ended.
Speaking of variety shows, what was the name of the show by Rowan and Martin?
Laughing.
Yeah, that's the one.
You know, when I was watching it when it first came out, thought it was very hilarious. I tried to watch clips of it on YouTube, I don't know, a few months back, and it sucked.
So what has changed? Your taste or your sense of humor?
I think both.
Could be. It's your turn, I think.
Okay, since we're on Laugh-In,
Oh God, we weren't really, but okay.
there was a female comedian on there who was thin as a rail, and she's now in her 90s living in Malibu. Who is she?
Good God. Ruth Buzzy?
Goldie Hawn.
Oh, Goldie Hawn. Yeah, she was a skinny little thing. It's all that, exotic dancing and shit. Let's see. In the movie The Hobbit, what is the Hobbit's name?
Bilbo Baggins.
Yep, that's the one.
What is the wizard's name?
Gandalf.
Yeah. Or Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah. Of course, I could have said Witch Wizard. Saruman did make an appearance.
That's true.
So did Galadriel. And so did... oh, geez. I'll get his name in a minute. Gosh, dang it. You know, the Elven King.
Yeah,
What's his name?
I don't remember.
Oh my God! How can we not remember that?
We're going to have to pull them out and rewatch.
I know. I missed my mind. Elrond. I knew I'd get it eventually. Lord Elrond. Who was Aragorn in love with?
Oh gosh, what's her name? She was an elf.
Elrond's daughter.
Yes. Come on, plastic. I cannot remember her name, I'm sorry.
Lady Arwen.
Darn it, I just shot a drill over there.
That's all right. There's more. If I run across it, I'll let you know. Probably this one. Right here. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay. And your turn.
What was the dwarf's name?
Which one?
Oh, in
Lord of the Rings?
yeah,
Gimli,
yeah,
son of Gloin.
who was actually 6 foot some tall.
I'll take your word for it. Okay. What is the name of the character who used to be Riverfolk but is now living an unnaturally long time due to the One Ring?
Oh, Gollum.
Yeah, that's him.
Gollum.
Yep, that's him. That makes it your turn again.
In what country was The Lord of the Rings filmed?
In New Zealand,
Yeah,
over a span of 2 years, something like
2 or
that.
3 years, something like that.
Okay. Who is the author of such greats as The Dead Zone, Carrie, and Salem's Lot?
Well, Stephen King, of course.
You betcha. It's a good thing you didn't miss that one. I'd have been all upset with you.
Salem's Lot was the first book of his I read.
Yes, he has had a few.
A nice, creepy story.
Yes, it is. My first one, I think, was Carrie, but my favorite, and I've read them all now, is of the actual full-length books, not the novellas. Has to be The Stand.
I knew that.
I love that one. Although, who knew it was going to be quite that real? It was funny. I was watching a live over at Real Men Craft 2
Yeah.
with Richard, and we were talking about Stephen King, and I happened to be in the live chat, and I put out the question. I said, okay, when COVID hit, anybody else think it was Captain Trips? Just asking. And like 5 people went, I did, me too, I totally did, yep, it was me too. I'm like, oh God, I'm not crazy. Okay, good. Sometimes when life imitates art a little too closely, it's a little creepy, just saying.
Yeah.
All right, guess that makes it your turn. Shh. Girls.
How many terms did FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, serve as president?
Well, I hope it was only 2, since you're only allowed 2.
Nope, back then there was no limit. He was actually on his 4th term when he passed away.
Good God. You know, how scary. Not to have any terms, huh? Have any term limits. I think that's frightening. All right. Let's see. Okay. In the TV show Vegas, what was the name of Dan Tana's Native American friend?
I don't know.
Two Leaf.
Okay.
Didn't you watch the show?
Not really.
Oh, you missed out. You didn't see Benzer? Oh my gosh. It was a good show. I liked it.
Who is the host of the new password game?
Oh, do you know her name?
I think so.
Kiki Palmer.
Yes.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
She's funny.
She is funny. She was a good choice. Somebody was thinking. Who was the host of the original password? He was married to Betty White.
Yes, Betty White's husband. Oh my God. I can't remember his name.
Alan Ludden.
That's right.
I know.
I knew the last name started with an L.
Yeah, it did.
And we are out of time.
Well, we're getting there, close. All right, everyone. We have about 10 more minutes to wrap up, and then we're going to figure we're pretty close to an hour. So we want to thank you for hanging out with us for an hour. We hope we didn't bore you too terribly bad. And again, if you have new questions that came up that you'd like us to answer or follow up to the ones that have already been asked, please leave them in the comments and we will be happy to address those at the next WIP N Chat. Hopefully we'll be back on our Friday schedule. It's been a week, you guys. It really has, and now this heat's not helping. Again, we want you guys to have a wonderful week. It's 4th of July. Hope some of you are getting a couple days off in there somewhere. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to be an American these days, and sometimes it's embarrassing, and, you know, sometimes it's just, yeah, it's just hard. But, you know, be proud. Be proud that you can be in a country where you can literally walk up to the White House and tell the president, you know what, you're doing a shitty job, and not get killed or sent to prison. So, you know, there are still good things about the U.S., at least right now. Whether or not those things will stay, we'll have to see. But enjoy Independence Day. Have a good time. Be careful if you have fireworks, legal or the kind that are not so legal. Please be careful. Let's not go to the emergency room or set the house on fire, please. And remember, if you have animals, give them, ask your vet for some melatonin or something to give them so that they don't lose their minds when the fireworks start to go off, because, you know, those of you with animals know every year it's a trauma. So, we will be putting up more videos this week, and please have a wonderful holiday. Thank you again for joining us. To all my new subbies, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that you joined the Diamonds and Stuff family. You guys are awesome. And my true blue and tried and true subbies who keep coming back and giving us a little bit of your very valuable time, thank you. I love you guys, you know that. And we are going to see you in the next one. Do you have anything you want to say and wrap up, Neil?
Just thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed our answers to the questions.
And let us know
and
if,
our fill-ins.
Let us know if you played trivia with us. How many did you get right? Let us know in the comments. And remember, always be a dragon. Spread your wings. Protect those you love. Have fiery passion in everything you do. Stay strong. Slay your fears. And always fly high, rise up, and soar. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful week this week. Enjoy your holiday. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See ya.